in terms of firsts, this thing of looking at it as, living a second life has been just like living in awe. Like I was telling you, I just feel like every day, like the simplest things, I'm just in awe of these things that I never thought that I'd either do or experience, or even just, just looking at things in a very simple way, and just things that when we get caught up in life, we're always like rushing around doing stuff. And then actually when we have a little bit more time on our hands, just stopping and saying, wow, there's like some really cool stuff around us in our daily life that we don't take enough time to appreciate.
And what do you think brought that shift in you, because these things were probably there also before, but the awe wasn't there that much?
Interesting.
Is it living alone that makes the difference? No, living
alone is a different experience. It's neither better nor worse. It's a different experience, very different experience. But it's allowed me, obviously, to have more time, because I have 3 children who are wonderful and amazing. I'm very lucky because they also live here in Lisbon, but they're grown up, and they have their own lives, and so I have like enough free time in my free time to just do things, and like not have to think that I have to be according to somebody else's schedule or like somebody else's plans. And so all of a sudden it's like, just to give you an example, my children gave me for Mother's Day last year a paragliding experience, whatever. And it took me like a while to sort of like, I just put it in away and I didn't think about it. And then one day I get a call from this instructor. He says, "Hi, it's just to let you know, it's like a great day to fly today." And I was actually in a dress in my car going to work. And I thought, oh, hold on, I've got my gym stuff in the boot of the car. I can quickly change and go paragliding, which I'd never done. And it was a little bit terrifying. And, just little things like that, which are things that just I'd never thought that I'd do.
And the fact that you're able to do you think in the past you would have stopped yourself from doing that, or how is the difference?
I wouldn't have stopped. It's just you have a different type of focus. I was just, my focus was around my family life, and so this thing of always being ready for others and organizing things focused mainly on others, and not, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, hold on, it's just me. So I'm going to focus on, what makes me happy and things that I can do. And, so many different things.
You know what I find fascinating? You're saying it like that, and I think it's a struggle. And if I may say so, even if it's generalizing or typical, but we say that women, and I'm sure it's true that especially if you're the one that's taking care of a family, that it is difficult, right, to really prioritize what I want to do. And did you struggle with that, or was it like a quick transition for you?
No, I mean, for me personally, I was living outside of Lisbon, so I was living about an hour away from Lisbon, and I've always wanted to live in the city center, but things were just organized in a different way, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, I can just live in Lisbon, and that was just like, it took me like 2 minutes to make that decision. We wouldn't be sitting here. We would not have met if I had not taken that decision. So it's
no doubts. You felt that's what you want to do, and you went.
Yeah, no doubts. Yeah.
Very nice. I'm so happy, and I can see how much energy that brings to your life. And I guess probably after starting to understand how these experiences are, then you probably think, okay, then let's do more, right? Or
no, absolutely. It's just this thing of, some people, just tend to, I'm a very positive person. So it's like, oh, wow, you wake up in the morning and, if it's on the weekends, like what's going to happen today? And it's just, I think we don't do enough things, enough new things and experience things that are so easily available around us, and that we don't,
see, as you said, I think, or appreciate you.
Simple things. So I'm all about, appreciating. I'm super appreciative of the simple things in life, and not going into so many materialistic things, but more about the simple things that we have so readily available. But we forget, we get caught up in all this modern, all these stuff and things, and when there's so many other things that, even bring us so much inspiration for our work, for everything.